Hey, it's Jacob Felipe and welcome back to my channel. This channel will talk about relationship advice. Subscribe to get more content like this, and let's talk about today's subject. Okay, we will talk today about 7 signs that using you that you may miss. Okay, while you like a guy that you are dating now, you find yourself looking for signs he's using you, and sometimes it just feels like off, and the last thing you want is to be played, right? No one like this. Well, I'm here to point you in the right direction. If any of the following signs is using you rings true, you need to exit. You need to exit immediately this relationship. You are too smart and too sexy to be taken advantage by any man, and there's someone out there for you who will respect you the way you deserve to be respected, so don't worry about that, alright? The thing about players is they are good. They are so good at being dishonest and making you believe anything they want to, so if it turns out that any of these signs is using you, it's true, you just don't want to be hard with yourself because these guys are good. They know how to do it. Every woman I ever worked with as a relationship coach have been taken advantage of, so you are not alone, so don't feel bad. The key is taking action immediately once you realize you are being played with. If you identify some of the signs that he's using you and then you stay with him, well, that's your fault, okay? I get it. It's tough to hear that, but you may feel like you won't meet another guy, and maybe there are some really great things about this one, of course, other than the fact he is using you. But I'm here to tell you that staying with a guy like this is a big no-no, okay? Because when you're staying with him like this, you are reinforcing his behavior. He thinks to himself something like, okay, she knows I'm using her and she still stays, so that's going to be my strategy with all the women I will meet. This is not good, okay? For 2, you are settling. You are giving up the hope that there is one great guy out there for you. Why? Why settle? Life is short. This is not in. Imagine your life with this jerk 5 or even 50 years from now. Are you happy? Of course no. Of course no. So don't do it to yourself. So cut ties now before it gets harder. Now, I want to give you a few signs here that he's using you. Sometimes we don't see right underneath our noses, but let's talk about the first sign. He contacts you on his schedule. What does it mean? Start paying attention when you hear from this guy. Is it only late at night, or maybe it takes him days to respond to your text? This, frankly, is unacceptable. Certainly, you shouldn't accept him to immediately respond to every text, yeah? But if you are seeing a pattern of him contacting you when he gets around to it, then this may be a sign that he's using you. Now, what you can do about it, if you are not sure if this is an issue, try texting him during the day and keeping track of when he responds to you. Also, I want you to notice if he only texts you late at night, like, booty call, you can ask him to be more prompt in responding or text during the day, but it might not worth it. Now, the second thing, you are not going on actual dates. That's the second sign. You may have been seeing this guy for a few weeks, but think about how you are spending time together. You might be meeting at your house for a lunch, only you don't end up leaving the bedroom for a meal, alright? Maybe he works at night and invites you over after he gets off at 11. One of the signs he's using you is that you never actually go on a date, especially not on a full-on dinner that costs more than $10. As this man actually bought you a meal or taking you out anywhere that could constitute as a date location? If not, this man isn't dating you, he's sleeping with you. You might not even realize it. After all, it's fine to you of having sex, of course, everyone like. But you thought you were having sex with a guy you were dating in the hopes that it would eventually turn to something more serious. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it will never will. This guy will never commit. Okay? Now, what you can do about it? Before you ditch him, ask him out for a dinner or somewhere else more datey. If he has some lame excuse, so probably he's not interested in getting to know you over a plate of pasta. Move on. Now, the third sign, he says all the right things. What does it mean? Let's see. Okay. This guy is a smooth operator if he does this thing, if you notice this sign. He's wrapped you around his finger and you know it. From the first date, he made himself vulnerable by telling you something personal to his constant girl. You're so beautiful, compliments and stuff like that, you know? He's proven to be smooth, a little too smooth maybe. You are used to guys acting a little nervous on early dates with you, and this guy confidence is a bit much. The fact that he always knows exactly what to say makes you feel like he's probably saying these things to a lot of women. Now, what you can do about it? If you think he's talking to other women, he probably is. But this is as one of the signs he's using you is harder to pin down this one. I mean, you can't say you are flattering me too much. It's weird, right? Clearly, you are using me because of that. You can't say that. So I suggest you just pay attention and watch out for other signs he's using you to be sure that he's trying to take advantage of you. The fourth sign, he won't talk with you about commitment. You've been seeing this guy long enough that two of you feel like you should become exclusive and not see other people. And yet, every time you bring it up, he freaks out. Oh, baby, we haven't been each other too long. Relax. Let's just keep our options open, right? Maybe you haven't been dating other people and you wish you would commit in return. Every time you go out with friends to a place you know he likes, you feel that you will run into him and you will meet some other girl, okay? And maybe that's even happened on the past, and that's not a nice situation to be in. And here is what you can do about it. You have to ask yourself why he's so averse to committing to you, especially if you're dating for months. I know you feel like you're invested serious time in this guy, but if he communicating a big message that you are not seeing, so he wants to play the field and you are just one of his sports. So he figures it's not technically cheating since he never said he would be your boyfriend, yet it still feels like he's being disloyal to you. Ditch the dude, you deserve better, woman. Now the fifth sign, your friends think he is a jerk. Now what does it mean? Do you find yourself defending your guy to your friends constantly? Are they always pointing out what a jerk he is and you always ignoring them? Your friends probably can point to all the signs he's using you if you will ask them. Your friends love you probably, I hope so, and they have no reason to lie to you. And sometimes it's very, very hard to see the truth, especially if you are putting all your emotions down to this someone you like. But your friends see things from another point of view, from the outside, and they know what's the best for you more often than you do. So try it. Now what you can do about it? Consider why a friend might not like the guy you are currently dating with. Have you told her about the times you've been upset? Maybe you've called a friend crying when he stood you up or verbally abused you. Your friend may be in tune with how he is using you based on what you have told them, especially if she's telling you in a loving way that this guy isn't for you. Just stop for a moment and try to listen. There's likely truth to what your friend is saying and considering the grand picture. Who will be around in 5 years? This guy that making you crazy or your loyal friend? Right? Now, the sixth sign is beyond selfish in the bedroom. What does it mean? While you enjoy romping around with this man, you realize the things aren't exactly balanced in the bedroom. You are definitely giving more than you're getting. And when you bring it up, he just says, I'm not really into the things you want to do. Okay? So I'm not into oral now. I don't want to do this position now. I'm not really into this. Alright? If he's really cared about you, he will do whatever it makes to make your toes curl. Sex, like a relationship, should be about equal power, with each partner giving just as much as the other. It should be mutual. Now, what you can do about it? Maybe you are thinking, well, if I ditch him, then I won't be having sex at all. Look, being alone is better than being with someone selfish, right? How he treats you in the bedroom is probably indicative of how he treats you outside of it. And he will never be willing to sacrifice his own needs for you. Now, the seventh sign, you never met his friends or family. Again, you've been dating for this guy long enough to expect certain things, and that's cool, right? Like meeting his friends or family. I mean, if his family lives across the country, sure, you might didn't have the time or the opportunity to go to a dinner with them. But everyone has friends, right? I hope. Okay? And yet he's made no effort for you to get to know them. You have got to ask yourself the following question. Why is not interested in introducing you to people who matter to him the most? Could it be because you don't matter to him? I know, I'm being hard here and harsh, but I'm giving you the signs he's using you that you can see the light bulb over your head go off and do something about it. So what you can do about him? Flat out ask him why he isn't introducing you to his friends and family. Honesty, direct, sometimes it's the best solution to things. I seriously doubt he has a good excuse for that. But it will at least make him squirm before you tell him you never want to see him again. So, that's all the sign for today. Of course, there is more signs, but this video is too short for today to put all the signs. Maybe I will make another one in the future, and I want to say what sign you like the most and what you're gonna do about it. Comment down below. I comment to all the comments and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Now, I want to have a conclusion of this video, and now you have it. You have the signs that are using you, and I apologize if you feel worse than you did before watching this video. Of course, I didn't want to do this, but I did because I believe in tough love, okay? I want to open your eyes to the way this man may be mistreating you. I know we all put up with behavior we shouldn't. I know that. Especially if it's been a while since you've been dated anyone. But I need you to believe that there is someone out there who is fabulous, who has zero intention of using you like this guy is. So take deep breath, be patient, and I promise you will find him. And if you continue following the content of the channel, this channel, you will increase your chances significantly. In the meantime, ditch this dog and focus on being happy on your own. Now, what signs is using you noticed in the relationship? Did you put up or leave it? Comment down below, and I will see you on my next video.